Hello, I'm Pat Sturtzel. My business is Pat's Fiber Art Studio. I'd like to introduce myself through projects that I've facilitated with other people, my own personal work, and merchandise that I have available for sale. To view my merchandise, please visit my Facebook business page, Pat's Fiber Art Studio. At the top of the page, there is a link to my shop with photos. You are welcome to message or email me to discuss options. My most important work in the past 20 years is facilitating art projects with people of all ages. I've worked in schools, community centers, and places of healing. In schools, I've worked with from preschool age students all the way up through college students. And I've worked with people in the public teaching textile techniques. In the school projects, we might dye the fabric, print on the fabric, make pillows or backpacks, or collaborate our work together to make group projects. A few projects have been legacy projects to hang in the schools as the fifth graders left the school. This high school group created an Appalachian landscape using log cabin and applique techniques. A group at Westport Tap created a tree. My college students as classmates. And then working with the Somali Bantu women at Americana Community Center. Fabric collage is a technique that I've used quite a bit. I save the scraps of fabric from my quilt making practice, and we use Mod Podge to glue onto the small canvas panels or even larger panels to create new works of art or to reinterpret masterwork art pieces. I've worked with veterans on both the fabric collage and quilts, such as the Four Seasons quilt shown here. I've worked with a small group of veterans for 5 years on all sorts of art projects, but during that time they asked to make quilts, and 2 times we spent quite a bit of time having each of them make individual quilts. They were so proud of these. Another group project was at Thomas Jefferson Unitarian Church, the home of WinterFair, where 60 members of the church contributed to the production of the tree quilt. Fabric was dyed, natural items of flowers and things were collected from the grounds to use to print on fabric. Stitches, embroidery stitches were added, printmaking, and then it all culminated in the wonderful tree. I've co-facilitated this project with Lori Sargent, and we had a small committee that helped through the composition of all the parts. Another ongoing project, is a family quilt making project of log cabin quilts for our nieces and nephews. They each get to choose, as they get older, they each get to choose the color of the center square for the log cabin, and we each make our blocks individually and then come together to sew them together and get them quilted. We also create embroidered quilts for the babies when they come. This next set of pictures is of work created personally without facilitating with other people. Have the spiral. Sometimes my quilts are quilted on a long arm machine, and sometimes I hand stitch the quilting. I've made quilts as gifts for babies, and this is a soy wax process that I'm showing here. And this way, I've painted the hot wax onto the fabric, then add thickened dye in layers upon layers to create these banners for Thomas Jefferson Unitarian Church. More hand-dyed fabric incorporated into quilts. Baby onesies created using a soy wax design. We apply the soy wax onto the items and then dye them. Sometimes just tie-dye. I have tie-dye from the youngest all through adult size. Hand-dyed fabrics. If you would like to purchase some of my hand-dyed fabrics to use in your own creations, that is a possibility. These are some dyed scarves, hand-dyed fabrics as journal covers for both drawing and writing journals. Pin cushions created from the scraps of the quilt making. Hand-printed fabric to create masks for our current pandemic. Thank you for watching. Please visit my Facebook page. I look forward to hearing from you.